I put my contacts in. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's video. I'm not gonna lie, I'm in a lot of pain right now. My insides are trying to kill me because I'm a woman, so that's really fun. But I'm here for theory time. Also, if you hear a lot of like windy noise in the background, it's because it's windy. So I've had this running theory since I saw the Trolls movie in 2016 that the Trolls films are about drugs. Now, I used to think specifically it was about LSD due to kind of the psychedelic, wavy, colorful properties of the film. And then I was kind of like, maybe it's about opium because like her name is Poppy. They kind of have poppies in the film. And then I was like, well, maybe it's about acid. And then, I don't know. Regardless, I think this would be a movie that if you saw it high, you would be like on one. But I saw it very wine drunk. And the entire time I was just kind of like, this is about drugs. The reason I'm talking about Trolls now is because Trolls World Tour just came out and my dad really wanted to watch it. So in preparation for Trolls World Tour, we watched the first Trolls because he really likes the song Can't Stop the Feeling. Can't Stop That Feeling? Justin, help. Anyway, he likes that song a lot, so he wanted to watch the film and then watch World Tour. And I'd been saying since I'd seen Trolls the first time that it was about drugs. Watching it again made me kind of want to question that theory, actually. So here are some of the facts supporting why the Trolls film is about drugs. The Bergens, which are the creatures. This is a Bergen. The Bergens are miserable and they eat trolls to be happy. Eating trolls makes the Bergens happy, so once a year they have a holiday dedicated to eating a troll called Trollstice. Those are just some basic facts on what this film is telling us from the very beginning. Supporting evidence inside of the film. These are direct quotes, people. Direct quotes. You need those in your theories and your papers. Keep writing your papers. You're all still in school. Should have graduated early. What were you thinking? Should have taken 22 course hours at once for 3 years. What were you thinking? Come on. King Daddy is holding his son, preparing him for the first time that he's going to eat a troll and feel true happiness. And he says, I was nervous my first time. Your first time? What? Eating a troll? That sounds like the first time doing drugs. It's just like a very like strange way to say it. In my opinion, I don't know. After the trolls make their escape, the son asks King Daddy how he will ever be happy if he hasn't eaten a troll. And direct quote, King Daddy says, you will never, ever, ever be happy. And that's what ends up happening to him. Bergens are unhappy, you know? They don't have Trollstice anymore. They don't have anything to feel happiness. And this pesky trolls trying to survive, gosh. Like I said before, more supporting evidence is that the movie itself is pretty psychedelic. Talking animals, talking trees, talking clouds, colorful dance scenes. Oh, speaking of dancing, the trolls love to dance, like a lot. Dance drug? Question mark, exclamation point. So after I watched it the first time, I was like, cool, great. This is kind of about drugs, or this movie feels like it's about drugs, or I'm placing the idea that it's about drugs and it's just a kid's movie and they're just trying to make money off of the trolls, which were from a while ago and retro's in. But I thought more about what a drug can be. Like, a drug can really be anything. It could be LSD or acid or cocaine, whatever, or it could also be alcohol. It could be consumerism. It could even be the internet. All things that are good or make you feel good can be overdone. anything that you can use to avoid inner turmoil, to the point where you just aren't even considering facing it, can be a drug. Like food can be a drug. It's really easy to use something so that you don't have to feel the full extent of an experience, or to try something that might actually be really good for you and make you really happy. It's easy to put something that's attainable or within your grasp, or can dilute the feelings or situation that you're currently in. That could be the definition of a drug. I'm obviously not a psychologist or a doctor or even really that smart, but that's just how I feel. And out of personal experience, I know that sometimes it is really hard to just go through something, and you want something to be there to make it hurt less, but ultimately going through it and feeling it is, I guess, the way that I would recommend. That's just my personal experience. Again, not your mom. You can do whatever you want. I think that idea of making happiness this physical, tangible thing is something that the movie is trying to get at, though, is to tell you that it isn't that at all. I have supporting evidence. A direct quote from Queen Poppy. "Happiness isn't something you put inside. It's already there. Sometimes you just need someone to help you find it." Oh, that's sweet. And really that's the point of the movie, is that happiness is inside of you. It's not the next fashion trend. It's not the next fashion drug, the big house that you could buy with all the money, or the body that's so unattainable by every Instagram model ever. It's something that you have to find inside yourself. And I know it's a kid's movie, and that's very obvious, but I think there's a difference between watching it and telling kids that they should do it and actually doing it yourself as an adult, because I think a lot of adults have forgotten that idea. I'm stuck in a house thinking of things, so maybe I'm thinking too much about the things. That's just how I feel. Kids movies are really meant to be easy to digest, and I think Trolls did a good job. I really like the Trolls films. I think they're fun and silly, but again, they also have a good core. The new movie was not as good as the first one, I'll be honest, but it was still fun, and it had a heart, it had a good message, and it was still really funny, like just as funny as the first one. Also, I feel like we should hold kids' movies to the same standard as movies for adults, because kids aren't stupid, you know? Like, they absorb and they go off of what they're being taught, and giving them a dumb message is such a waste on their brains. Their brains are sponges. They're full of potential, and I don't know. I think we should give kids that. Again, I'm also not a parent, so I can't tell you how to raise your kid. What am I saying? Just be kind and good to each other. Try to find something that makes you happy. Because when it gets really quiet and there's nothing to block out the silence or the creeping darkness, we all need something. Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's hug time. Ah, come here.
Hello.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Is the Trolls movie about drugs?
Oh my god, the first one is totally about the drug war.